Put a dot. 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 Put a dot.
Thank you for calling the Medical Alert Center. This is Jessica on a recorded line. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Great. So with our promotion today, you actually have the opportunity to receive a free medical alert device. So congratulations. You know, it's that little button you wear around your neck that you press in case of an emergency or even a fall. Now, when you're participating in our monitoring program, you actually can get your medical alert absolutely free. So oftentimes it's really expensive to buy a device like this. So we for you. We pay for the entire unit itself and then ship it right to your house for free. And then, of course, we guarantee you 100% peace of mind 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So let's go ahead and get you some more info on it, okay?
Yes.
Great. So it actually looks like you qualify for our offer today. Just please hang on for 1 second while I connect us with a medical alert specialist.
Thank you for holding. My name is Lily with Life Protect 24/7. With our promotion today, you have been selected to receive a free medical alert system. So congratulations. Now, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the medical alert system, but it is a little button you wear around your neck that you would press for help in case of an emergency, like a bad fall. I'm sure you've seen similar products advertised on television, haven't you?
Yes, I have. So, what did you say your name was?
My name is Lily, just like the flower.
Oh, Lily. That's a lovely name you've got there, Lily.
Thank you. Are you familiar with what's called the golden hour?
A golden hour? Nope, I'm not.
Okay, I'll tell you about it. It's just that first hour after an accident or heart attack. So what that means is if emergency services could get to you within that first hour, your odds of survival are as high as 80%. So the great thing about our alert system is that it isn't just for medical emergencies. You could actually use it anytime that you feel nervous or threatened, just like in case of a fire or even a break into your home. You simply press your button and know that emergency services are on the way. Our button does give you the peace of mind, knowing if anything at all was to happen, we're there for you at that press of a button. Now, just so that I can get to know you a little bit better, could you please provide me the spelling of your first name?
Yes, my name is David Cameron.
Now, Mr. David, how do you spell your last name?
Cameron. Cameron.
Oh, I apologize. There was static on my end, so it's just Cameron. Now, Mr. Cameron, your interest in the alert system, is it more for medical reasons, security purposes, or for both?
For both.
Okay. Now, what are some of the medical issues you're currently dealing with, even if it's under control with doctors or medication?
Sorry, could you repeat that, Lily?
What are some of the medical issues you're currently dealing with? So maybe high blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, previous heart attacks or strokes?
Yeah, well, I had a broken heart a long time ago.
You said you have heart issues?
Well, yeah, and then I have suffered a minor stroke.
When did you have your stroke?
Oh, this was about 3 years ago, but about 10 years ago I had a broken heart. Because my girlfriend left me. Her name was Claire, and she left me, and it broke my heart.
I'm sorry to hear that. Now, do you have family that lives close to you, Mr. Cameron?
No, Lily, I live on my own. Because my wife left me, and that's when I had my stroke, and she took my children away. But we had two lovely children,
Sorry to hear that.
a boy and a girl, and she took me to court, and she accused me of adultery, which was not true. And then she recruited two of her best friends to be witnesses in court that they saw me with another woman. So the court decided in her favor. So she got my house, most of my money, and she's got the children. So now I live on my own in a rented accommodation.
Okay. Now, with you, with you not living with your family, Mr. Cameron, are your children older, to where they at least you see them or talk to them on the phone?
No, ma'am, because my wife applied an injunction in court that I cannot go near them, and the court approved it. So I can't see my children either.
Okay. No, I'm sorry to hear about that. Now,
She left
when you
me
had
for
your minor stroke a
another.
few years ago, what happened? Were you by yourself,
Well,
or was there someone there that was able to help get you the help that you needed?
no, because after she left me, I was in a state of depression. She left me for another man, a richer man. His name was Lenny Khan. And because he had more money and he was more handsome than me, then she left me, and I went into a sort of state of depression. And a good friend of mine said that I should smoke, these marijuana cigarettes. So he said that will help you with depression. In fact, it made it worse for me. And I started coughing a lot. And then I had a minor stroke, and luckily my next door neighbor was here at that time at home, and they called 911, and I was treated.
Okay. Well, thankfully your neighbor was there and able to get you help that you needed. Now, do you take any medications for blood pressure?
No, I don't, but I take for painkiller. I take this, it's codeine-based tablets. They are prescription painkillers, and it contains codeine, which really gives me a high because it's morphine-based. So I take those for my back because I fell down once and I hurt my back. So I was
When did you
prescribed
fall
these.
down?
I'm sorry?
When did you fall and hurt your back?
Oh, this was about 1.5 years ago. I fell about halfway from the stairs, and I became unconscious. And my neighbor came to see me. So this was like 1.5 days later, and she couldn't. She tried to ring me or anything. Then she got the fire brigade to come and unlock the door. So they broke the door down, and I was lying at the bottom of the stairs, and I was treated for that with a back injury.
Now, while you were out for so long, did you have a concussion?
Yes, I did. Apparently, obviously, I didn't know what it was and how long it was, but that's what I was told.
Okay.
And
Now, Mr. Cameron, do you still drive?
no, the doctor told me that I shouldn't drive because that damage to my back has affected my sciatic nerve, and I can't operate my legs properly, so I was advised not to drive.
Okay. Are you using a cane or a walker at all, or are you walking on your own?
No, I've got a cane, but I don't like to use it because I feel defeated, you know. It's just out of pride. I don't use the cane.
I understand. Now, with this device, Mr. Cameron, we want you to take it with you everywhere you go. It's a mobile unit. When is your birthday?
When is my birthday? It's coming up actually in December. I'll be 69 in December.
Okay. So, December what?
Oh, the 15th.
What year?
Oh, what year I was born? Oh, it's 51. 1951.
Okay. And what's a good number we can put down on file for you if we ever needed to call you?
Oh, only the number you've got. I've only got one phone.
Okay. So if I pull up caller ID, it looks like 563-270-0017.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay. And is that a landline or a cell phone?
It's a cell phone.
Okay. Now, we want to set up an emergency contact for you. So who would you like us to list? Would you like us to list your neighbor?
Miss Lily, I don't have anybody, I'm afraid. And my neighbor moved out
Well,
about 3 months ago because they bought a house about 50 miles away from where I am, but because of the lockdown, they couldn't move. But now they've moved, and the house is vacant. The new owners have not moved in yet, so I'm just on my own. And I get
Okay.
food delivered to my doorstep.
Okay. So we can leave that blank right now, Mr. Cameron. Now, with this device, it's very small and lightweight. It's only 1.2 ounces, small enough to fit in the palm of your hand. However, it does have everything you need to protect yourself in those emergency situations because it has a built-in microphone and a speaker. So you're going to talk through the device just like you're talking to me on the phone right now. It's going to work for you anywhere in the United States. We use cellular triangulation and UDTOA technology. So that just means whenever you press that button, we're going to locate you, even if you're unsure where you're at for any reason at all. The device is going to be rechargeable. So you would plug it in just like you would your phone, except it'll hold that charge for 30 days. What's the zip code of where you want us to send the device?
Well, but sorry, this device, you said emergency services. So which emergency services are you referring to, Lily?
Well, it would depend on whatever you need whenever you hit that button.
Well,
So if you fall, you may need medical help. If someone's trying to break into your home, you're going to want police or fire. So it just depends on whatever's going on when you hit that button.
yeah, but if like what happened last time when I fell and I became unconscious, then how would I press the button if I'm unconscious?
So it doesn't have fall detection. Now, if you feel yourself getting a little uneasy or losing your balance, you would go ahead and hit your button. Now, if when you hit that button, if you don't talk, that when an emergency specialist asks if you're okay, they're going to ask you, Mr. David Cameron, are you okay? Are you having a medical emergency? If they don't hear you say anything, they'll go ahead and send you medical help right away.
Yeah, but if I fall suddenly,
you'd hit it if
unexpectedly, so if I'm not dizzy or anything and I slip on the stairs like I did last time, I'm not feeling dizzy or anything, and then my head hits the floor and I'm rendered unconscious, then how do I press the button?
So I said, Mr. Cameron, you would have to press it. It doesn't have fall detection, unfortunately. You would just lightly press the button. You would just press it for about 2 seconds, and you're immediately in contact with an emergency specialist. Unfortunately, right now, we don't have fall detection. We are working on it. Our device just doesn't have it at the moment.
Yes, but if I'm rendered unconscious, how do I press the button for 2 seconds?
That's why I said, Mr. Cameron, we don't have fall detection. So you would have to press the button. So if you feel unsteady or if you feel like you're going to fall, that's when you would press it. Now, if you're unconscious, I'm not sure how you would press the button. We don't have fall detection. It's not like it's hooked up to your heart or your brain that if you're unconscious, it's going to alert us. That's not how it works. You have to physically press the button.
Yeah, but that's a bit dodgy, isn't it? I mean, if I fall and knock myself unconscious and then I can't press the button, obviously, then it's not a very good device then, is it? Really?
Well,
Do you have?
I understand what
Do,
you're saying. Now, normally what happens, Mr. Cameron, when people fall, they're not unconscious immediately. Normally, they're there for a few minutes. They're on the floor for 10, 15 minutes before they lose consciousness. It's not like they normally lose consciousness right away. It's normally when you're laying there and you don't get up. So it's after
no,
you
but,
fall that
no,
you would hit the button. That way you're
yeah,
not laying there for 10 and 20 minutes until you lose that consciousness. We want you to hit
yeah,
that button right away.
yeah, but last time when I fell, as I explained, I was rendered unconscious immediately. I mean, it didn't take 15 minutes to become unconscious. I was just a
Okay.
blackout.
Well, like I said,
So I'd like
I
ringing in
understand
my
what you're saying, Mr.
ears.
Cameron. Like I said,
Uh,
that normally doesn't
every,
happen.
everything
Now, falls
everything went
are
black,
our
and
number one calls that we get. So we've never had issues with people hitting their buttons and getting the help that they need right away. It's what most people hit their button for is a fall or a heart attack. That's our number one calls we get into our call centers.
yeah, yes, but it's a possibility you have to consider that if somebody falls and is rendered unconscious, like I was, then
Well,
we should
everything's a
accommodate that.
possibility in life, Mr. Cameron.
No, I
I mean, there's a
appreciate you.
possibility that, you could stop breathing in your sleep and you wouldn't know it. Everything's a possibility. We don't live by the possibility or the what if.
Yes, but of course, if you are sleeping and you stop breathing, of course you won't know about it because you'd be dead. Of course you wouldn't know that. But it's very unlikely
That's what
that
I'm
you stop.
saying. But that's actually not unlikely. Now, there's many people that have sleep apnea where they stop breathing. So that's actually very common. There's many people who are on breathing machines because they stop breathing in their sleep, which is why I said that's common. Now, that's a possibility, just like being in the car and having a car accident and passing away right away is a possibility as well. But we don't live by possibilities. We live life by certainty and what we can
By,
do to protect ourselves. So it's like when you get in
like
the car,
will
you put on your seatbelt to protect yourself. So you would put on a medical device to protect yourself.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying logically, you should consider this sort of programming in the device. That, like, do you own one yourself, Lily?
I do not have one myself, Mr. Cameron. My
No.
grandmother has one. My grandma has one with our company. Now, like
Okay.
I said, we are working on getting the fall detection. It's not in the product that we currently have. We're working on it. We're working on a couple other things, a couple other new features. It's just we don't have it at the moment.
So, Lily, how does this? So, say for instance, I have a chance to press the button for 2 seconds, as you say. And then how does it communicate? What technology? Because it's not wired, obviously, if I'm wearing it around my neck.
No,
So how does it communicate?
so there's a built-in microphone and a speaker. So you're going to
Right.
talk through the device. Now, we use what's called cellular triangulation and UDTOA technologies. So it's two different technologies that we use to be able to determine your location and the location of emergency services around you to be able to get you the help that you need right away.
Oh, I see. So do you require like a Wi-Fi or something for it to communicate?
Nope, it doesn't. Nope, you don't need any Wi-Fi. You don't need a cell phone. You don't even need electricity for it to work. I mean, you would need the electricity to charge it, of course, but
Yeah.
it works all on its own.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with the technology the small devices work on. It's very, very interesting.
Mhm.
But then,
Mhm.
because I'm
So I
partially
said,
deaf.
whenever you press that button, we're able to locate you. So you don't have to worry about knowing where you're at. You could fall, hit your head, be confused, be out at the down the street or at the grocery store for any reason, we're going to be able to locate you even if you don't know where you're at.
Oh, I see. So you use what's it called? GPS triangulation, I believe.
No, we don't use GPS. We use cellular triangulation and UDTOA technology. It's two different technologies that we use.
So what did you say? UDTLA?
It's UDTOA technologies.
Oh,
I'm not
never
sure
heard of that.
exactly how it works. I know it's the backup technology we use if we're having a hard time locating you through the cellular triangulation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it must be very advanced technology.
It is. It's like I said, we use the newest technologies. That way you don't have to worry about ever being confused of where you're at, or if you choke on something, if you're having a heart attack or stroke, you're unable to talk, you're unable to tell that specialist where you're at. Now, they're going to locate you, they're going to send you that medical help, and they're going to continue talking to you until you receive the help that you need right away.
Oh, I see. But I'm partially deaf, so does it have like a volume control on it to increase the volume
Now,
so I can hear?
there isn't a volume I don't think there's a volume control on it, because I think the only button that's on it is the button you talk through. But I have tested with one of them. Like I said, my grandmother has one, and it does have a loud volume on it.
Oh, okay. But because if I can't hear it,
Like,
then I can't answer the question, can I? If the emergency call me, and I can't hear what they're saying, it's difficult. I mean,
now,
I
they
don't want to
talk
fall
louder
down.
than I do on the phone. They're talking louder than this through the device. Like I
Oh,
said,
I see.
they're actually pretty loud through it. So I think when my grandma pressed it, I was in the other room when she made a test call, and I could hear it in the other room. That's how loud it was.
Okay. Oh, okay. Then you don't have one yourself, or your husband? Does your husband have one?
No, me and my husband don't have one. My husband is in the military, so in the buildings that he goes to for work, he can't have any kind of devices. He can't even take his cell phone in there.
Oh,
But
I
my
see.
manager has one.
Is it for security purposes?
No, so my manager has one for health. She actually, when she was in the gym, she was running one day. She never had any health issues. She used to run marathons. She was on a treadmill, and she just fell one day. She didn't know what was going on. She had a heart attack out of nowhere. So because of then, she's got a device.
Oh, is she okay now? Is she okay?
She is okay. She is. She works here every day with us now. Depending on, how high of a call as we get, she helps takes calls. She's a great manager. She helps lead people. She's okay. Her and her husband are great.
Hmm. But seeing the example about your manager, if she fell down, then why haven't you considered keeping one? I'll pay for it, okay? You've been nice to me. I want
Why haven't I
you to
considered
be,
getting one?
yeah? Why don't you get one yourself as well?
I'm not really sure. I mean, for me, I don't go anywhere. I work and I go home. Me and my husband is more active than I am. We're both very young. I'm in my 20s. He's in his 30s. We don't really, right now with the COVID, we don't do anything. He's limited because he's military. He can't go anywhere that's not work and home, and I have to follow the same orders. That's not work and home. I can't go anywhere. But when we are active, we like to go hiking and go on camping trips and stuff. That it would be a good idea. We've just never considered it yet.
Oh, but you should, because if you're going hiking and if you fall or something, it would be advantage for you, you know, Lily. Because as you said, you
You're
can't
right.
predict what can happen, you know. It doesn't matter how old you are.
You are
It can, you know, it
you
can
are
happen to
absolutely
anybody,
correct.
you know. So you should, if you wish, I'll buy you one, okay? Because you sound like a lovely
Well, you don't have
lady.
to buy me one, Mr. Cameron. Certainly because I work for the company, I can get one. But what we want to do is we want to get you a device. I mean, you've already had a minor stroke. You've had your previous heart issues. You have your back problems. We want to get you a device in case anything happens and you have another fall. So you can just press this button and get that medical help right away.
Yeah, no, I understand, and I really, really appreciate all the advice you're giving me. It's very, very kind of you, Lily. So, how much will this device cost me?
So we have a couple of different options, Mr. Cameron. Now, we have a monthly, a quarterly, and a yearly option for your service. Now, what the
Okay.
service is, whenever you press the button, you have that specialist there that takes your calls 24/7. Now, with the promotion, we're paying for the device, we're paying the activations and shipping, so you don't have any of the upfront costs. Now, the monthly is our standard. It's $49.99 every month. But with the promotion, we have these two other options to be able to save you money. I have a quarterly, the most popular. How that works is you're saving $120 over the course of the year because you're only paying once every 3 months. So you only have 4 payments a year. So those payments are $119.97 every 3 months. Or I have a yearly option that's going to be once a year. It's $449.88. You're only paying for 9 months of service, but you receive 12 months because you have an extra $150 in savings. Now, when our promotion ends at the end of the week, your discounts don't end, so you're locked in with them as long as you're a customer, Mr. Cameron.
So are you trying to say the device itself, you're giving it free to me? Because from
Yes,
what I
the
saw on
device
the
is
television,
free.
because what I saw on the television is like $300-400. That's too expensive for me.
Now, our device is a little over $300 that you're not having to pay for. We're going to pay
Oh,
for the device. You're just going to help with the monitoring service.
okay. And does it come with extra batteries as well, just in case?
Now, there's no batteries to replace. The device itself is what you charge. So you would plug it in just like a phone.
Oh, okay. And then it sort of, is that like a USB type?
No, it's not a USB because we don't want you to have to mess with any cords every time you plug it in. It has a charging dock. It's basically just like a little square. Do you remember the old landline phones that were cordless that you would set it on the little charging dock when you weren't using it?
Oh, you mean like it's called, I believe it's called a docking station? Is that what you say?
Yep. So we use,
Right.
it looks just like that. It's very similar. We send it with it. Now you just you don't even plug it in. You just lay your device right on top of that charging station. You just put it on top. The button's going to light up blue, and it's going to say out loud through the speaker that it's charging, and that's how you charge it for easy charging.
Oh, I see. So will it give me like a signal once it's charged up? How do I know it's charged up? Is there like a LED or something on it?
Now, it'll announce when it's charged and even when it's low on battery. but I suggest to people to charge it once a week when they go to bed, maybe like on a Saturday or Sunday when you're going to sleep. Just let it charge overnight. That way when you're awake, you always have that protection that you deserve.
Hey, you say to me that it lasts for 30 days. So
Yes.
why would I need it, charge it every week? I don't understand.
You don't have to charge it every week. 30 days is a long time. I don't want you to risk going outside that window. I don't want you to forget when was the last time you charged it. Now, if you're good at remembering and you know you charged it on the 1st, you want to recharge it on the 29th, that's perfectly fine. But a lot of people don't remember like that. So if they know to charge it once a week, then it helps them get in a routine so they never risk it dying on them.
No, I doubt it if I would be able to remember that, because I've had, well, I served, like your husband is in the military, I served as well during the Iraq crisis, and about roughly around 100 meters away there was a blast, and this car was blown up by insurgents, and that blast, it damaged my hearing, and I had the shrapnel in my head. So as far as memory is concerned, I'm not too good with that. I can't remember
That
except beyond maybe a day or so. Because if you have long-term memory, if you ask me what happened 20 years ago, I could remember that. But if you ask me what happened last week, then I would have to really think about that. So does it have like a signal to say, you know, like an alarm in there to remind me to charge it?
It does. It'll let you know when the battery's getting low, of course. Like I said, I always suggest to people to charge it once a week, but you don't have to. It's completely up to you, Mr. Cameron.
Yeah, no, but you're right. It's better to. I always believed in this saying when I was in the military, and we always used to say, it's better to have a gun and not need it than need a gun and not have it. That's the philosophy
You are
I
correct.
agree with. Huh?
No, I mean, it's a good philosophy. It's very true.
Yep. I'm like down to earth guy, you know, like yourself, because you're a very intelligent girl.
Now, Mr. Cameron, what's the zip code of where you want me to send your device?
Yeah, I'll give you that. But this $50 you're saying per month, can it be reduced or something? Because it'll be a struggle for me to pay 50 a month. Can you reduce it to like 30 a month?
Now, what we can do, we can set it up to where you pay once every 3 months, so you don't have a monthly payment, and it's going to save you $10 every month. So it would take it to $39.99. Now, because you're paying for 3 months of service at a time, you times that by 3, you get an amount of $119.97. So that's the payment you'd be making every 3 months. So you have the nice little break between your payments. You just have to set aside the $39.99 every month until that 3rd month comes, and it goes to draft out for that payment.
No, I appreciate what you're saying, but because being a veteran, I don't really get much money. So for me to pay a lump sum is very difficult because I get weekly payments, you know. And so I was just thinking, if it can be reduced to like 25, 30 a month for at least say 6 months, because I'm expecting a payment from my either investment policy, which will mature in about 6-7 months time. Then I can pay you all the the balance from that, because I'm expecting to get around $120,000 from that when it matures.
Nope, I understand what you're saying, Mr. Cameron. Just unfortunately, being in the promotions department, I have to set you up under one of the service options that we have, and it would have to be either the once a month for the $49.99, which is our standard price, or we have a quarterly option, which is at once every 3 months, that it's saving you that $10 every month, that it takes it to the $39.99. You pay once every 3 months of the $119.97. Or I have a yearly option, but if you're on a fixed income, it may be a little out of reach right now. Now, Mr. Cameron, the thing is, once you sign up, you're not stuck with whatever service option that you sign in with. So say if you start on that monthly, that $49.99, if you come into some extra funds a few months from now, you can go ahead and pay for a few months at a time or the whole year. You're not stuck with the one option that you sign up with. You can move up and down the plans at any time.
Oh, I see. So it's a flexible plan. Is that what you're saying?
So flexible plans, as in you can move around these three options, these three prices. But right now, they're the only prices that we have to offer. Now, we may do another promotion at some point to where we lower prices. We do these different promotions throughout the year, but you're never going to get an increase. Like I said, you're locked in with these three options as long as you're a customer.
But don't you give bigger discounts for veterans like myself?
We don't, unfortunately, Mr. Cameron. The options that we have, the three service options is the options that we have for our current promotion. Like I said, we do different promotions throughout the year. So we may do another one to where you can get a lower service. Like we used to only have one service option. The last promotion we did, we came up with two other service prices. So we do these different ones to keep our customers happy, to keep rates down. But right now, with our current promotion, these are the only offers that I have.
But what I'm saying, as a veteran, I risk my life for your freedom. Well, not you personally, but of the citizens. Like your husband is in the military. One day he will be a veteran. So surely he should get some form of discount, no?
I understand what you're saying, and now with many companies, there is different discounts solely for veterans. Some companies you don't. With our company, how our promotion works is if you're at a certain age and you have if you have certain health conditions, then we're qualifying you to receive the device for free. Normally, our customers have to pay the $300 for the device, which with this promotion, we're giving it for free. Our company is paying for it for the customers. They're not even having to pay the $50 activation fee or the taxes and shipping. So you're getting extra discounts and savings already.
Oh, I see. So, Lily, if I lose this device or I damage it accidentally, would you send me a replacement?
Are you asking if you accidentally lose it, would we send you another device?
Yeah.
Yes, we would.
Well, would that be for free as well?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. So, let me ask you, can I do something like, just between you and me, this call is not being recorded, is it?
Yes, all of our calls are recorded for our customers' protection and our protection.
Okay, do you think you could put the recording on pause whilst I'll give you an idea I have. So can you put it on pause?
Now,
So it's not
I can't
recorded?
pause the recordings. I don't pause and play them. All of our calls are automatically recorded, Mr. Cameron.
No, I was just going to suggest, Lily, if possible. So, is it possible you can send me 2 or 3 devices at the same time? Then what I can do is I can sell 2 of them and keep one for myself. And the money I get from the 2 extra devices, I can pay for the subscription in full. Is that possible?
Now we can't do that, Mr. Cameron. Now you get one device with your monitoring service. You would only get a replacement device if you lose or break the current device that you have. Now I can't send you your device without it being activated under a service option.
Yeah, what you can do is
It's one device per one service option.
no. What you can do is if you make up 2 extra identities for me, like so you've got my real identity, David Cameron, and you can make my another ID as Arthur Dent, and then another one is James Hamilton. So you can send me 3 different devices in different names, and I'll sell 2 of those, and I'll get the money. And I tell you, I'll share some with you as well personally, so you can go and buy yourself a dress
No,
or something.
no, Mr. Cameron, we wouldn't do that. Like I said, it's one device per service option. We have to set it up under a service option when we mail it to you. I can't mail it to you unactivated. So if you want more than one device, you're going to have more than one service option, which means you have more than one payment. So we don't do that.
No, but
So
if
what's
you,
the zip code? Do you want to get signed up under the monthly or the quarterly?
yeah, no, I know, probably monthly, but what I'm saying is, if you send me one device after I've signed up, obviously, and about a week later, I say to you it's damaged and it no longer works, then can you send me another one? And then another week
You would
later,
have
I'll
to
say,
you
I
would
can
have
say
to
that.
contact customer service to let them know that your device is broken or lost. That does not get taken care of in the promotions department where I work
Yeah.
at. So we're going to get you set up under the monthly service, which is $49.99. What's the zip
Yeah.
code of where you want me to send your device?
No, I'll give that to you. But what I'm saying is, do you think, in your opinion, I know you're not in that department, but if I call back in a week's time and say, look, my device is damaged, and then they send me another one, and then a week later I say that is damaged, so they send me another one, and I can sell those 2, in that respect. Is that possible? Then I can pay the full
Now,
annual.
Mr. Cameron, I don't know how many devices they'll be able to replace for broken or lost devices. I don't know. I don't work in customer service. I'm just in the promotions department. But like I said, you do have to have an active service for us to even mail you your original device. So
Yeah,
what's the zip
which you will, of
code that
course.
you want me
Yeah,
to send your
yeah,
device to?
which of course you will. But if I can get multiple devices by saying that, they don't work, then
Like
I
I
can
said, Mr.
sell.
Cameron, I don't know how many devices that they can send you for being broken. Now, we can track the device for the cellular triangulation and UDTOA technology. So we can
Yeah.
see where the device is at. So what is the zip code that you would like me to send your medical alert unit to?
Yeah, I'll give you, but just for information, if I take this device and keep it next to a neodymium magnet, it will wipe out the memory, so you wouldn't know where it is. You see, because a
Okay, well,
neodymium magnet.
I don't know anything about that, Mr. Cameron. I know the technology we use is cellular triangulation and UDTOA. That's how we locate the devices. Now, what's the address of where you want me to send your device? Because I do have other
Yeah, yeah.
calls coming in that I have to answer.
Oh, what do you require of me then?
Wait, I need your zip code.
Yeah, it's 91405.
Okay. And the street address?
Is 6031 Lenox Avenue.
Is that Lennox, Lynox?
No, it's Lennox, Lenox Avenue.
And you said 6031?
That's correct, ma'am, Lily.
Okay. Is that a house or an apartment?
It's an apartment. It's a condo.
Okay. What suite number are you?
I'm in 16A.
You said 16A?
Yeah. But where are you based, Lily?
I'm in our corporate office, which is in Virginia. Now, I'm having a hard time locating that address. Is that where you receive your mail, or do you receive your mail at a P.O. box?
No, I've got a PO box. Because a lot of my
give me
mail
1
used to
second.
be stolen, and my parcels were stolen, so I use a PO box number. But if you put that address, it automatically goes to the PO box.
What's your P.O. box number?
You don't need it. You just use my address, and when it comes to the mailing office, they put it in because I've got instructions. All mail coming to that address goes in there. So I go there with my ID, and they give me all my mail and parcels.
Well, it's telling me that that it's an invalid address, so that's what I'm saying. If you have a P.O. box, what's your P.O. box number?
No, I don't have a PO box number because the mailing office, the sorting office, when they get mail, I pay them a monthly $15 a month, and they store it in their box, and then I go there with my ID, and they give me all my mail because my mail always gets stolen. I've had a few times I ordered an iPhone,
if
it
you're
was stolen.
if you're paying $15 a month for your mail to go somewhere, where does your mail go?
It stays at the mailing office. They don't come and post it.
Okay.
They keep it in a box there.
I understand. Yeah, so I have to send it to that mailing office. What box number do you have at that mailing office?
No, but because it comes on my area code, the mail, with my area code, and from there they distribute the mail to all the addresses in that area code. But when they see mine, they keep it separately in a box.
But again, Mr. Cameron, I have to put in the system your P.O. box number. What's your P.O. box number?
No, I don't have a PO box number, Lily. I've never had one.
You just said you're paying $15 a month for your mail to go to it.
Yeah, for them to retain my mail.
Yes.
All
So
they do
they
is
have to
retain
hold
it for
your
me.
mail in a box, and they take your mail out of that box. Do you have a piece of mail value?
With my identity, so I have to take my identity. So basically, it's a holding. It's a mail holding, as they call it.
Yeah.
So
I
then
understand.
they don't
so
forward
do you have a
it
piece
to
of
me.
mail with you, Mr. Cameron?
Okay.
Grab a piece of mail and read me the address that's on it.
No, it's the same. I just gave it to you.
Verify it one more time because it's popping up as a bad address.
I'm surprised because I get all my mail 6031 Lenox Avenue, Van Nuys, Los Angeles, California, 91405.
And you said it's Unit 16A?
Yep. It's a small apartment away from the main building because that's all I could afford.
Okay, I understand. But you said it's apartment 16A as an apple, correct?
Not apartment, it's a unit.
Yeah, but 16A as an apple.
Yeah. But
Okay.
it's not in the main building. It's an outbuilding where I stay.
Okay.
So it
So,
might not show
what?
up on your system because it's an outbuilding. It's not in the main building. But any mail coming to that address, the mailing office hold it for me. Then they keep it in a box in the sorting room.
Okay. Okay, I
So
understand what you're saying. So, verify the zip code one more time.
yeah, 91405.
Okay, and then it's it's the unit 16A.
Yep.
One more time for the street address. I just want to make sure I have it correct. Just
Yeah,
because I'm having issues, I'm going to have to manually do it. I want to make sure it's correct.
Yeah, so what you put is 16A and then put a / and then 6031 Lenox Avenue, Van Nuys, Los Angeles, and then California 91405.
Okay. So
You got
what
that?
we're going to do, like I said, I'll just do it. Yep, like I said, we're going to do it manually, Mr. Cameron. That's no problem. Now, we're going to set up your monthly payment electronically. So are we going to use the numbers along the bottom of a check or along the bottom of a card?
We can use it on a check if you want.
Absolutely. How does your name appear? Is it just your first and your last name, or do you have a middle initial?
No, it says David and Cherie Cameron because it was a joint account before my wife left.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do, Mr. David, we're going to read the numbers along the bottom of that card, starting from left to right, starting with the routing number.
Well, I've only got the account number.
Well, if you're looking at a checkbook, if you're looking at your check, your routing number's on it.
Yeah, I've only got the stubs. I don't have the actual check because I'm waiting for a new one to come through. Because the last one was stolen, so I've reordered it. But I've got the stub, and the account number is 1 second. Is 100918.
So who do you bank with?
It's I bank with Barclays Bank.
Can you spell the name of your bank? I'm going to look up your routing number.
Yeah, Barclays. That's BARCLAYS.
That's BARCLYS.
Yeah, Barclays Bank PLC.
Yes, but I think I'm misspelling it. I have to look up the routing number. It's the Barclays Bank. It's BARC.
C for Charlie. L, like clay, like clay pottery, clay. Barclays Bank PLC.
Yeah, so BARCLAYS.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, Mr. Cameron, I'm going to look up that routing number. Did you open it up in town?
What, the account?
031101321.
Yes.
According to Barclays, our routing opera number is 031101321.
Who is that
Okay,
talking?
hold on. I looked up the routing number. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
I looked up the routing number because you don't have your routing number. I have to have that. I have your routing number if you want to write it down.
Yeah, from memory, I think it started with 0311 something. from memory. I don't remember it too well.
Yes. Now, what we're going to do, Mr. Cameron, we're going to set up your payment to be debited today for $49.99, and then your monthly reoccurring charges are going to be billed between the 1st and the 3rd each month thereafter. So please hold while I confirm the authorization of that first payment.
Okay, thank you, Lily. You've been very kind and patient with an old man.
Of course. No, give me 1 second. No, we're good. Okay, so I have that. Now, do you want to write down your routing number, Mr. Cameron?
Yeah, just 1 second. I'll just get a pen.
Okay.
Okay, I've got a pen in. Okay, I've got it.
All right,
So
it's
go ahead.
031
03
11
1
and then it's 01
01
32
32.
and then the last number is a 1.
There's a lot of ones in there. So
Yes, there is.
03, yeah, 0311011321. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now, what I'm going to do, Mr. Cameron, I'm going to read you a verification of what we've already discussed. Then I'll ask a question which can easily be answered by a simple I agree, okay?
Okay.
So all calls may be recorded. To confirm your order, I understand that you, David Cameron, authorize Life Protect 24/7 to make a one-time charge to your checking account on Friday, August the 14th, 2020, and of $49.99 for the length of your monitoring service. Your check payment will be drafted from your checking account ending in 0918. If you would like to withdraw your verbal authorization for the payment, you may do so by calling 1-800-247-SAFE before your scheduled payment. That's our customer service number that's on the box, so don't throw it away. Now, Mr. Cameron, to confirm you understand
Lily,
and agree
can
with
you
the
repeat
billing
that?
process discussed today,
Yeah.
could you please state
Yeah, but-
I agree?
Yeah, but Lily, sorry to interrupt. What's that phone number you're giving me? The 800? You're talking too fast for me.
Of course. It's 1-800
Yeah,
247
247
7233.
7233. Okay, I've made a note of that. Thank you.
Okay. So, Mr. Cameron, to confirm you understand and agree with the billing process discussed today, could you please state I agree?
Oh, you want me to say I agree?
Well, only if you confirm and understand with the billing process discussed today that you're going to be billed $49.99 for the 3rd of every month for the length of your monitoring service.
Oh, you want me to say I agree?
Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. So, like I said, Mr. Cameron, do you agree? Do you confirm and understand with the billing process discussed today? Could you please state I agree?
Yes. As you've explained to me.
So,
hang on. Yes, I do, as explained to me by Lily today.
okay. So Life Protect 24/7 is proud to offer you the latest in medical alert safety equipment. When you receive your medical alert device, it is important to review Life Protect 24/7 terms and conditions found inside the box. You can review our terms and conditions on our website at lifeprotect247.com. If you do not agree to the terms and conditions, you may object by simply calling our customer care department within the period indicated on the device's packaging to stop your service. So for confirmation that you, David Cameron, acknowledge we are sending your medical alert device, which will include your terms and conditions, could you please state your first and last name?
Yes.
Yes, could you please state your first and last name?
Oh, I thought you wanted me to agree. That's why I said yes. But you've got my name. I've given it to you. It's David Cameron.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Cameron. Our company may call you back to ensure that you are happy that I was, of course, polite and courteous during our call today. Now, if they do, my name is Lily. Do you have any other questions about your device that I could answer for you?
No, Lily, what's your surname?
What is my what name, I'm sorry?
Your last name?
My last name is Grace.
Lily Grace.
Yes.
You have a very beautiful name. Grace is, you must be a very graceful person.
Well, thank you, Mr. Cameron.
Yeah, because the names of people represent what they are. So if your name is Grace, then it's a very wonderful name that you're graceful in life. As you have been with me today, I must admit, you've been very kind, patient with me. And I appreciate all the time you spent with me and explaining each and everything to me. I do appreciate it. And I wish I could reward you in some way.
No, you don't have to reward me, Mr. Cameron. You're going to receive your device in just a few days. We're going to send it to the 6031 Lenox Avenue. It's going to go to the 16A. You're going to receive it in just a few days, okay?
But since you've been so kind to me, if I ever come your way, you said you're in West Virginia? Is it Virginia Beach somewhere?
I'm located in our corporate office that's in Virginia. Our monitoring centers are located all over the United States.
Oh, right. So if I'm ever that way, your neck of the woods, may I ask you if I can take you out for dinner?
No, Mr. Cameron, I don't think my husband would appreciate that. But you can do me the honors of wearing your device everywhere you go.
No, you can bring your husband along, of course. I don't mean just you personally. Of course, you can bring your husband as well. I won't expect otherwise.
Well, no, Mr. Cameron, I'll thank you for the offer. But like I said, you can do me the honors of wearing your device everywhere. And whenever you hit that button, just know we're going to be there for you, okay? And thank you, and you have a great day.
Well, may I send you a small gift, Grace?
No, Mr. Cameron, I don't need any gifts. Like I said, you're going to receive your device in just a few days. It's going to be charged and activated. Just take it out the box and put it around your neck, and you're all protected. Now, I do have another call coming in, okay?
Yeah, and you've got my bank account name correctly. It's David and Sherry Cameron.
Yes, I do.
Name Sherry. Shall I spell it for you? Because there are different spellings for it.
David and Sherry Cameron.
Sherry, yeah. Cheri. Sherry. You pronounce it Sherry.
Yes.
It's David and Sherry Cameron.
Yes.
Because otherwise the bank account won't work if you get the wrong. Yeah? And
okay, I have that in there.
If I can, is it possible to give me to give me your personal cell phone, so I can tell you how I get along
Mr. Cameron,
with the device?
No, we don't do that. It's policy. You have our customer service number. You can reach us if you have any problems. Now, I do have other calls that are coming in that I do have to take. I do appreciate spending all the time we spent together today. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and you have a great day, okay?
No, but Lily, I prefer to speak to you properly than customer services, if you don't mind.
No, you have our customer service number. They're there for you any day, anytime. They can help you with whatever you need, okay? Like I said, Mr.
Yes,
Cameron,
but
I've got another
yeah,
call coming in that I got to help, okay? I got to make sure I get someone else a device just like I got you the device. So you have a great rest of your day, okay? Bye-bye
but
now.
I'd like you to be there 24/7 for me. So if you give me your cell phone, then I can text you through WhatsApp how I'm getting along.
Okay, well, you know, Mr. Cameron, my manager's actually going to jump on the line and help me for just a second. So my manager's name is Kevin.
Kevin. Okay, can I speak
like
to
I
Kevin,
said, it's
please?
yes. Yes,
Sure.
Kevin is right here. He'll be able to help you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Kevin with Life Protect 24/7. My name is Kevin, sir. How can I help you today?
No, Lily was helping me.
What's that, sir?
No, your staff member,
What?
your associate, Lily Grace, was helping me with the this button.
Okay, well, I definitely appreciate her. She's one of my star members here. She likes helping a lot of people here in our office. She's, like I said, she's one of my top representatives. But unfortunately, you know, it's not company policy to give out their personal cell phone number. But you can always call customer care if you'd like to give some good ratings for her. Just contact the customer care, and I'm quite sure she will love you giving a good review for her. And we truly appreciate you for being able to protect you and yourself and your family in regards to our medical alerts unit. So you make sure when you get it, as soon as you get that device, make sure you open that box. And what I want you to do, sir, the first thing I want you to do is press that button, because I want you to do a test call. And when the emergency crew gets on the line, just tell them that Lily from Life Protect 24/7, your specialist, told you to press that button, and you're doing a test call, okay?
Okay, and no, but you mentioned my family. Unfortunately, I was explaining to Lily Grace that I don't have a family. I live on my own.
Okay, well, this will be a great device for you, sir. So just make sure you get it and you wear it around your neck at all times, just in case you may have a situation. You can always press that button. If you feel nervous, threatened, a break-in or fire, just make sure you press that button if something should happen to you, okay?
But she wasn't too clear about the, because I asked her that, do you need Wi-Fi for this to work? Because sometimes my Wi-Fi is very bad.
You don't. You don't need a Wi-Fi. You don't need a Wi-Fi in your house, sir. This actually acts just like a cellular phone. All they do is our company pings off all the cellular towers that surround you. So you don't need a Wi-Fi, okay?
So do I need to get another cell phone for that? The phone number?
No, sir. You don't need to get another cell phone. You do not need to get another cell phone. No. This acts just like a cellular phone, so you don't have to worry about it. If you have an emergency, just press the button, okay, sir? All right, so I have to take this other call. Well, you have a wonderful day, and we're looking forward to serving you, okay? You take care.
Just one last question, Kevin. Are you a husband by any chance?
Am I a husband? Yes, I am a husband, sir. I've been married for 20 years.
Because she did mention.
20 years. Thank you for asking, sir.
But she said you work for the military.
You, sir. I actually have to take this call.
No, but she said you work for the military.
No. I'm not. You must be getting it mixed up. I am not Brittany's husband. I'm the manager. I am the manager of Life Protect. Her husband is military. So I appreciate her husband for serving and protecting our country. That's her husband.
Her name wasn't Brittany. It was Lily, not Brittany. Maybe you're confusing her for somebody else.
Maybe I could do what?
Maybe you're confusing her. Her name is not Brittany. It's Lily. She said her name was Lily Grace. So I don't know why you're saying Brittany.
Oh, okay.
But maybe you're confusing her. So maybe you're confusing her with somebody else.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to call it say Brittany. I mean Lily, because I have another representative named Brittany.
Oh, because she said her husband's name was Kevin, so I thought that's you.
No, she didn't tell you her husband's name is Kevin. She said her manager, his name is Kevin. That's what she told you.
No, but she said you work for the army, the military. That's why I asked you if you were a husband. Because I was in the military. That's how I wanted to ask you. That's all.
Oh, I appreciate your services. So look, I have to take this call from another representative, sir. So I appreciate you and your services, and look forward to getting that merchandise in the mail, the medical alert system, the next 5 to 7 business days, sir. Have a great day, okay?
Okay.